Gonna strategy for you today, and I'm looking forward to casting this one. This is an absolutely ridiculous strat. I am recasting this one after I just played it because Stream had all of these notifications and whatnot, and it kind of ruined the overall display of what was going on. But this one was nutty, buddy. What we do is we go for a fast fortified church rush, but we don't just go for the fortified church. We go into knights afterwards. I think this is really, really strong and really powerful because what is your opponent going to do once you have knights out on the field? The build order is crazy. First of all, you're going to want to push in all of your deer, which I do a very, very poor job doing in this particular game. But food is good. And I would say go onto berries quite heavily. You don't need any additional buildings, and you already have the wood for the building that you require, plus the houses to go up. I have opted now to go for 21 rather than 20 pop and up. I think on a map like Haboob, this would work really, really well. I've been thinking about it in my mind for a while, just because people think that you're going to go aggressive, and that would mean that you would have a lot of period of time to be in castle and do damage to your opponent. Once you do click up to feudal at around 20 to 21 pop, you're going to want to get loom. You don't need to go over to gold, because where we're going, we're not going to need our stone. We're going to be dropping offensive tower-like structures that don't fire unless villains or relics are garrisoned in. It's fine. Don't think about the logic of how a relic or a dead part of a human is going to fire upon the enemy. It's absolutely key that once you construct your market and your blacksmith and you go up to the next age, that you have 400 wood in the bank. Because when you drop the fortified churches, we're just being really, really annoying with the scout. We're trying to pick off whatever we can. But 400 wood is essential. And the reason that 400 wood is essential, I leave one at home just to gather some extra resources, is because you're going to want to drop one in range of the other. Ooh, let's just slow this down just ever so slightly, just so that I can show you. Slowly the vision. So I knew he was walled off over here. I already checked over here, and I know that I can kind of like sneak by. He's not going to see 20 villagers coming forward. Is it 20? It's only 19. I only sent 19. Oh, because the scout counts as one pop and then I left one at home. It's fine. But these fortified churches are in range of the TC, both of them, and he can't rush it down. So his first reaction after he sees this is, oh god, I gotta rush this down. Well, guess what? This one is in range of this one, and this one is in range of that one. And even if they're not in range, you can ungarrison your villagers relatively easily, fight the ones that are fighting your structure, and then absolutely obliterate them. The mule cart is absolutely abusive in this strategy because you can move this back boy from the back to the front, from the front to the back. Wherever you need it, you can put this bad boy. And then we're just going to shoot, and then boop, 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 boop. This works really well. It's kind of unfortunate that the opponent is Georgians, because it allows him to repair his TC more cheaply. That being said, though, even though it's repairing cheaply, we are even cheaply is that a word, cheaply repairing the fortified churches. We're also adding in a scooter, and this scooter is just being real nasty, sniping off a bill here and there. My opponent is about 1721 elo, which, oh god, the monk loss. That's a really, really big loss. We don't want to lose that very, very early on in the game. We are down about 20 population. We need to make things happen here. Oh god, please, no, not the scouts. Preferably you'd want to be against somebody who's going to go archers in this strategy. That way the conversions are a lot more successful, I think, overall. But we're trying to do the best we can with the limited resources that we have available. And it's very easy for your opponent to make mistakes in this kind of a situation. Opted to go for the top section over here because that would deny more farm equity. Lose all of my monks because I'm terrible at the game. But now at least my fortified churches are firing like crazy. Following like crazy. Following like hazy. Opted for a third one just because the TC was not going down, and I was scared that he was going to have like 30 to 40 villagers, which he does, but it's fine. Once again, we're in Castle Age. He doesn't now have ATC. He doesn't have another wood for ATC, so he's going to have to get that wood, then he's going to construct it somewhere. It's fine. Don't worry about this. all of this gives us time to then switch into the farms that we have just stolen from our opponent, and knights, because knights absolutely obliterate everything, especially if we can have the self-healing effect from the Georgians to benefit us is lovely. And eventually we're just going to drop more of these fortified churches to gain more and more space and allow our knights to get through to areas that they previously could not get through. I was maybe a little bit too slow on this overall interaction. My opponent just selling like crazy, is now up to the next stage, but he went for a very interesting defense. I think if your opponent is not Georgians, you might have a lot more success with this. I also think that if you're doing this on a map like Haboob, it might be a lot more successful. But overall, I thought this was a very fun game, and I wanted to cast it to you nonetheless. You might think that we're deader than dead over here, but we have one thing going for us. And that one thing is that we are building up our knight numbers. We already have 3 knights. He has not made any stables yet, and he's still trying to construct from his TC. Now he's putting villagers in there. He's putting 10 villagers in, whereas we only need to put in 5, and his TC is significantly more expensive to repair. I don't think a lot of people have seen this, and I think that's a good reason why this could potentially be successful. Is it going to be successful in this one? Well, I guess you'll have to wait and find out. There's definitely some absolutely crazy engages in this one. Let's slow it down just ever so slightly. So I see that he has 2 Manaspa, but I'm not too worried because he doesn't have the numbers. Now he's going to opt for another castle in this one. I mean, geez Louise, Spider-Man. Did you not have enough before? I think here we make an absolutely horrible mistake. We try and go for the castle. No, that's not going to work. So we run around, ring around the rosy, get a conversion, and we try to go in, and he gets double conversion on us, which obviously we don't want to see. Now we have a monk, and we can heal these bad boys up, and then we're just going to run in and out, and try and do as much damage as we possibly can with them. Given we've been at 17 villagers this entire time, yet I didn't feel like we were cooked at all. We're using another one of those fortified churches, picking off villagers where we can. Another fortified church to get rid of this fortified church, which will then hopefully clear up the space over here. Now, since he's up to castle edge, he can make an additional... Oh, is this a really bad engage? Yes, we run away. We decide to save our knights. It's all going to be about this. If we can win this battle over here, we might just win the game. And we kind of win it, but not super duper convincingly. We only have a total of 5 knights. Now he goes for a castle, so I'm like, okay, run over there. If we deny this castle, we basically win this game. He has a a monk over here. We didn't take this down quite fast enough, which was unfortunate. Hit, he's on a hill, converts it. At least that villager took down the monk as he died. And that's all she wrote. Let's take a quick look at the overall statistics, just because I find that to be relatively fun. 2.5 KD, 42 units killed, 18 units lost. If you don't have units, you can't lose units. In addition, we had a total of... Oh, what? My opponent had more conversions. I think if we flip this, if I have 5 conversions and he has 2 conversions, there's a chance. Let me know in the comment section below if I was just absolutely cooked from the very beginning, or if this strategy had some merit and we could have won. We also, if you have made it to this far in the video, a subscriber goal of 5,000 by the half year point, which I believe is June. So if we hit 5,000 subscribers by June, that would really mean a lot to me. Thank you guys so much for all of the love and support. And don't forget to watch my OnlyFans. Poop Lord, out.